Hello, good evening, everyone. This is quite a special interview because I have here with me one of the familiar faces, of course, Lars Kent Dawson. He's gonna represent the Filipino community of the United States of America on this year's Mr. International Philippines. Hello, Lars.
Hello, hello. Thank you so much for this opportunity, sir. Thank you for this interview, and I hope we could have a great time.
All right. Before we begin with the questions, can you please tell us more about yourself?
Yes, my name is Larz Dawson. I'm 23 years old, and this is not my first time in pageantry. Well, I just graduated college, so I was looking for ways to really make use of my time for a higher calling, you would say. And I'm one of the main reasons why I've joined pageantry is really to push on my advocacy on sustainability. I work with JCI Cebu in my hometown, and so we promote the sustainable development goals, and that was always my dream to be an ambassador for a good cause. And why not choose Mr. International Philippines with probably it's the biggest platform for male pageants here in the country. So I can't wait for this experience coming up.
All right. We are close to a month after your recent national pageant.
Yes.
What made you decide to join this year's Mr. International Philippines?
Well, I really did consider my previous pageant to be a stepping stone for a higher purpose or a greater calling, as they would say. Uh, it was exactly a year ago during my from my previous pageant that I competed internationally. So I was a bit rusty. So I wanted to kind of renew and revive that spirit of pageantry through a pageant before I really joined my dream pageant, which is Mr. International Philippines. I was always vocal, even in my previous pageant, that I've always wanted to win Mr. International. So I can't wait for this journey.
All right. You have a handful of pageant experiences. You've already competed on some of national pageants. You've already competed internationally,
Yes.
and this time you are joining another national pageant. So, what are your learnings from those experiences that you think you can apply this time?
Yes, definitely. I learned a lot of. I mean, pageantry. You really do learn a lot about not just yourself, but about treating others, other people. As they would say in Tagalog, pakipaghalubilo. Yeah. So I really learned a lot about that in pageantry, specifically my international pageant. You get to learn a lot of cultures. So I think with that experience, I can use that to my advantage in winning Mr. International Philippines. So I'm just excited, as I've always said, because I believe that for me personally, whatever comes my way, I really try to grab that opportunity, whether it would be because I know that everything happens for a reason, and I believe that to everything there is a season. To everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under the heaven. That's one of my favorite Bible quotes or a verse. So I really treasure that, and so I'm here.
All right. Pageantry, male or female, provides platform for the candidates to amplify their
Yes.
causes and also the pageant's causes or causes that the pageant itself support. So as someone who came from a family of businessmen or business persons, how will you sell the brand of Mr. International Philippines?
Yes, Mr. International Philippines with their tagline, distinctively handsome. It could be interpreted in multiple ways. So, but for me personally, I think we can distinctively handsome inwardly and outwardly. So, I believe that it's really from the heart that should really speak to the international audience. But for me personally, my goal for this pageant, Mr. International Philippines, is to really target the international pageant from the beginning. So I really embody the brand of being distinctively handsome. I don't mean it in a way that physically. I mean, of course, it's a beauty pageant, but I think from what I'm fighting for, from my advocacy, it's that really it's the most important thing that is needed in male pageants especially. When we always get these stereotypes that male pageants are all about the body and all about the looks and the physique, or even we are sometimes over sexualized. So I also want to put into the table that we could also use our voice for the greater good, to push on our advocacies with this platform. So I hope I can do that with my win and Mr. National Philippines.
All right. So you came from a family with a multicultural background.
Yes.
So how does it feel to live in a household being a Filipino American?
Yes. Think. I mean, I didn't really grow up in another household, so I couldn't really compare. But I'm really grateful that even if I was in a multicultural background, my mom really, even my dad is the American side, so even my dad was really adamant in pushing the Filipino values into our home, especially together with my mom, since we grew up here in the Philippines, and I think um, they chose for us to grow up here in the Philippines, really to cultivate Filipino values. I think we Filipinos don't get enough credit for the values of makapamilya. What else? Our resiliency, maybe. There's a lot of ongoing issues about have our problems being Filipinos, but I think we should always focus also on the good side and what makes us truly Filipino. That's why a lot of Americans and other races come here to the Philippines to find their Filipino wife. So I think I'm grateful for that background myself, that we could share the Filipino and the American side, even though I would say I was raised kind of Western, more Western. So, but I still have the Filipino heart. Yes.